Going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, the other day I wrote down, but of course forgot to talk about a couple House of Victory signings. So both Zion and Zachariah Branch, the brothers at USC football, have re-signed with the House of Victory NIL collective, so that's nice. And then just a day or two after that, the star defensive end who returned for his super season, Jamil Muhammad, also re-signed there as well. I kind of thought, well, maybe this is like an indication of who is returning and who isn't, but I think Isaiah Rakes pretty recently said and promoted that he signed with this collective, and then now he's already in the transfer portal. So I guess it doesn't mean it's official, but at least some of these top guys that you would hope are signing on there are getting onto that collective, so that's a good thing as of right now. And then Eric Musselman, the men's basketball coach, did get another commitment from another pretty good top 50 overall player. I believe he's a guard, in Jalen Shelley, to commit to USC basketball. So that was nice to see something pretty good and positive this Friday morning when it comes to USC basketball. And I still believe they have about 3 or 4 more scholarships or roster spots to give out. So looking forward to seeing who they end up getting there. And then, yes, Reggie Bush is still apparently going to be fighting his case with NCAA. As everybody just assumed the other day when he got his Heisman back that the NCAA is the one that okayed everything and all this stuff, but it was really the Heisman Trust, which is different from the NCAA, that decided to give him his Heisman back. So I don't know if the NCAA still has ill will towards him. They probably do now because he's still looking to sue them for obviously all the crap they did to him, putting his name in shame for so long and how much crap he had to deal with just because of that little incident, especially with what they get away with nowadays. So yeah, it's at least good for him, still trying to get his money, I'm apparently assuming. But yeah, I guess that's why he's not working with Fox Sports this last fall. But either way, hoping this case does go behind him and he can get back on to being an analyst for Fox or wherever else. And a 2025 5-star safety, Jonah Williams, recently put out a Final 7, and it did include USC, which was nice to see. So definitely very happy and excited that one of the 5-star talented guys in the future is still keeping USC on his list. So hoping that he does end up as a Trojan in the future. And then yes, big news last night in the draft. #1 overall pick to the Chicago Bears was USC's Caleb Williams, which is very nice to see. I think they have 7 or 8, something like that, #1 overall picks, which is the most all time by any school, which is nice. Obviously more recently was probably Carson Palmer, but either way, yeah, awesome that they have that. And then I think Lincoln Riley became the first head coach to have 3 players selected #1 overall, all quarterbacks obviously, and all Heisman winners too. So that's a nice little extra boost to try to get Julian Lewis to officially commit to USC. He obviously is committed, but to officially sign is probably what I meant to say. But yeah, the proof is in the pudding, so it's obvious there that if you come and get coached by Lincoln Riley, you're not only going to most likely win a Heisman, or at least be in contention, then also be in contention to be a #1 overall pick. So yeah, this is very exciting. He looked happy, which was cool, and they even got like a really talented receiver, probably my favorite receiver in this draft process, Rome Odunze at #9, so already a stacked offense and a pretty good solid defense with the Bears. I think they're going to be pretty good. They could definitely contend for a playoff spot in my opinion. So yeah, congrats to him. A big time get for the Chicago Bears. A lot of my family members are pretty happy about that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, congrats to you guys. You are definitely getting a good one. He does make some awesome plays. He kind of holds onto the ball too a little bit, but you know, you can live with those semi-bad plays for a lot of the great plays that he will end up doing in the NFL. So congrats to you guys. And a Duke player was selected last night at number 26 overall to the Tampa Bay Bucks. That was the offensive lineman Graham Barton, who played left tackle, mostly tackle and stuff at Duke, but will most likely play center in the NFL, just because of, I guess, how long his arms are, whatever it is. But yeah, it's a pretty good pickup for them. I would have loved to see him drop to the Chargers in the 2nd round because they obviously needed a center. But yeah, pretty nice pickup for the Tampa Bay Bucks. And then speaking of my LA Chargers, yes, at number 5 overall, they kind of surprised a lot of people out there. and went offense, but they went with the offensive lineman and Joe Alt, because I know a lot of people thought maybe the Alabama player J.C. Latham was going to be that offensive lineman they picked, but ended up going with a lineman overall. Yes, he get the best lineman in the draft in a lot of people's opinion. He was a consensus All-American, which means everybody voted for him as a first-team All-American. He's #1 tackle, obviously, in this draft. So, yeah, he's been #1 for quite a bit because of how talented he is. It was just always a question if he could play on the right side. But after the press conference last night and even his interview, he is obviously game and ready to obviously be willing to play that right side if needed. I mean, it kind of seemed like here and there that Harbaugh, the coach, and even Joe Ortiz wouldn't officially say if like Rashawn Slater is the exact left tackle future of this team, but they just kept saying they're going to put the best 5 guys out there. So it's already a big line with Trey Pipkins, who's like at 6'7", I think, but this guy, Joe Alt, who they just drafted, is like 6'8", which is pretty crazy. So yeah, they're going to definitely have a monster offensive line. In fantasy football, better get their running backs, because I don't think Herbert will be throwing as much, but maybe these gigantic guys in front of him will give him more time to throw. You never know. So we'll see what they end up doing in the second round today on Friday. I know they get like 37, so a pretty high pick in the second round, and then 69. So we'll see who they get at number 69. It'll be a very celebrated player in the Chargers, community. We'll just end the bad news of this video right here. So yes, 2 USC football players, the defensive lineman Dejon Lafitte and also the defensive back Sayer Wright. I both entered the portal. I know Wright hasn't really been with the team, so it's like whatever. Lafitte, I liked him because he was from pretty close to where I am. He went to some school in Ontario, so I thought that was a nice pickup for them. But I guess, like I always say, if certain positions go, then there must be, they're bringing in some other good guys. So we'll see who they end up bringing in. And yes, sadly, those Lakers were playing last night, and they did lose Game 3 to the Denver Nuggets, 105-112. That now makes it 11 straight losses to that same team, including playoffs and the regular season. So they're definitely our daddies, as a lot of people have been saying online. And of course, he did not make this better for himself. D'Angelo Russell went a goose egg last night, putting up 0 points while playing like 20-something minutes. So that's not good either. So I would not mind him not coming back on that player option. It looks like he wasn't going to accept it anyways because he thought he could get more money for the Lakers, but I don't think they should even bring him back either. And like I said before, if they end up getting swept here, then Coach Darvin Ham should not return either. So they will most likely be in the market for a new head coach, which is probably what's best for them, just because there's a lot of blame going around. A lot of players seem to be blaming him and all this execution and stuff down the stretch, or I don't know. Once again, they had like a double-digit lead in this game, the past 3 games, and then they lost the game. So I don't know where you go from here, other than try to get a 1-game mentality, try to get a 1-0 for the rest of the series. At least try to win 1 at home. But yeah, it's going to be tough to try to win 2 more in Denver, but we'll see how they do. So yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.